Is there cocaine in your fish? Well, yes, we're going to explain that, plus a lot more in this video, as well as how the mainstream media is reporting on this, but they're missing also another bigger factor here. But before we do that, I sincerely want to thank everyone for going on our store and purchasing some merchandise. We are going through an incredibly difficult time, not only not being able to post on Facebook anymore, but also just being squeezed, soft-censored, demonetized in some instances, and just overall just silenced by, of course, the big tech. We got the Burn Me pillow right there, too. By, of course, the big tech establishment. And again, your support is more crucial than ever. Teesprings.com. The link will be in the description below, and all of your purchases go towards this independent media outlet. Now, Jason, going back to the story, this is an article that's getting a lot of play. This is one we have by Newsweek. That its headline: Shrimp are testing positive for cocaine, and scientists don't know why. This, of course, was a specific scientific study done in the United Kingdom that tested fish, including shrimps and other sea life, and said, hey, there's a lot of cocaine here. We'll explain why in a little bit, but Jason, what sticks out to you from this report initially?
Well, I'll tell you what, it's not just the cocaine. How about the fact that you have pesticides that are banned in the United Kingdom showing up in these shrimp as well? Think about that. That means that the water supply is so tainted with other substances. You know, forget about just the cocaine, forget about the antidepressants they talk about in this study, but also pesticides that are making their way either into the water locally, illegally, or somehow seeping in from other areas. This is extremely alarming. And you know what? We can buy water filters, but once it starts literally infiltrating the food supply as well, it's going to be even tougher to stay away from.
Well, Jason, I don't think water filters will even help. I mean, just so you guys know, these are not shrimps going down to some crazy underwater coral and then sniffing some cocaine. No, what's happening here is essentially in the United Kingdom, specifically in London. I mean, I spent some time there. I saw the nightlife scene. It is riddled with crappy cocaine. Everywhere you go in the United Kingdom, cocaine everywhere. It's absolute crap. It's cut up like 100 times. People take cocaine and they take other things. Then they use the restroom. And then that gets brought into the sewer system. Sometimes the sewer system, especially when it rains in major cities, go out into the ocean. And most importantly, when the sewage system treatment plants try to take care of this problem, a lot of kind of nanoparticles, including prescription drugs, including pesticides, including actual heavy drugs like cocaine, they can get filtered out and they get, again, rethrown back into the ocean. And that's why there's so many reports. And this specific study was done by the Journal of Environment International Scientists, and they collected sorry, that's not the name. I messed up here. That's not the name of this organization. It's a specific scientific journal here. I got to look at the specific source of Environmental International Scientists that collected shrimp samples in July of 2018 from 15 sites across five river catchments in, of course, the east coast of England in the United Kingdom. This included Gipping, Aldi, Deben, Store, and Wavenry. So these are specific studies that this was tested in, and this is why a lot of the fish are coming back with cocaine. But it's not just cocaine, Jason, that we have to worry about. It's also estrogen that is becoming more and more relevant in our drinking water, mainly because more women are taking birth control pills, which is filled with, of course, female hormones. Now, of course, estrogen is having a huge environmental impact, not just on humans. Some estrogen also comes from plastic, which we also have to understand. But some people are correlating this with, of course, the decline in men's sperm count that are continuing to fall in dramatic numbers. The fall also of testosterone numbers, of course, which are going down. And this, of course, is causing severe physical and mental problems amongst men. This could be one of the reasons why we're seeing such a huge increase in also antidepressants. See how the cycle kind of fills itself in? It's like, oh, let's give, it's a crazy destructive cycle. But The Guardian even has an article. Stay calm, everyone. There's Prozac in the drinking water. They start off in this article saying it should make us happy. Again, SSRIs, these antidepressant drugs are extremely dangerous and they have detrimental effects. And literally, they're talking about how it's in our drinking water because of this consumption. So this shouldn't surprise people. A bunch of people in London take cocaine. More people than ever are taking antidepressants and birth control pills. And this, of course, is leaching into the water and having an effect on everyone. And no filter, Jason, could help you with this because these are nanoparticles that cannot get filtered out, from what I've heard. So, Jason, yeah, man, you're screwed.
Well, let's hope not. People have also advocated for putting statins in the drinking water for some time.
What are statins?
Statins, again, are for your health. They're usually, different types of things for your blood. They're usually for the elderly, okay? And the idea that statins are somehow going to make us healthier, or putting, like you said, Prozac or antidepressants in the water are going to make us happier is absolutely ludicrous. I want my drinking water to be clean. I want it to be without ketamine, the horse tranquilizer. They call it an animal tranquilizer here, but when you've got ketamine in the water, when you have SSRIs in the water, when again you have cocaine, lidocaine, which is cut in these sample studies, I fear what you would find in the Hudson, my friend. You're in New York City.
You can't fish in the Hudson. Sorry, Jason, to cut you off. When it rains, sewage leaks into the Hudson. You swim in the Hudson. There's been YouTube videos. If you're brave, look this up. Literally, guys jumping in there and then having them go to the hospital afterwards with crazy, insane bacteria. There's also a bacteria-resistant, antibiotic-resistant strain going on in Brooklyn, which wouldn't surprise me if it came from the Hudson. But again, that's my own opinion. But these are, again, pesticides also that were banned. And then ketamine, of course, is an animal tranquilizer that people use as a party drug. But again, doesn't surprise me. More and more people are medicated on so many substances. And of course, because of that, all of us are being medicated. And what the hell, Jason? Sorry, I cut you off.
Well, I just want to point out that this is a true environmental issue that I am passionate about. Our water supply being tainted by these things and other pollutants. I talk about the mercury runoff at some of these plants. Is very, very detrimental to not only our health, but the Earth's health. Yes, I'm going to get kind of hippie on you. Because let's face it, guys, we're still part of the food chain, okay? And when you're literally tainting the water supply and then our food chain, there may be no coming back. And when you talk about antidepressants and antibiotics, number one, with the antibiotics, you're going to become more and more immune to them. That's going to cause a problem when you actually need to use them. But with the antidepressants, I'm sorry, I don't want the edge taken off. I'm a happy guy. I'm good. I don't need them in my water supply.
Jason, where's Little Dicky? Where's Leonardo DiCaprio? Where's Alexandria Ocasio-Cortez? Where are they? These are issues that matter about our environment. The levels of testosterone are going down dramatically. The levels of sperm counts are going down dramatically. 40% within the last few decades. These are alarming, dangerous numbers that are having a huge effect on our society and are only fueling the problem, making it worse, establishing and only empowering big pharma that profits off of this and then does this without any kind of ramifications. If we lived in a just world, that there would be some justifications against big pharma and unknowingly created this problem. Not knowing that you created a problem is not an excuse in court, okay? It shouldn't be an excuse in this specific realm here where, of course, they're making money hand over fist, manipulating the systems here where people are going broke from even going to the hospitals. My goodness, golly gracious, Jason. Where's Alexandria Ocasio-Cortez? I cut you off, Jason, again. Sorry, I'm getting passionate here because, again, your testosterone is key for you as a guy, and that is going down dramatically, and that's terrifying, Jason.
Again, I like to think that I have just enough testosterone, even with the gray coming in my little beard over here.
Did you get your testosterone tested?
What's that? No, but I'm fine. I mean, maybe I listen. I'd be shocked if I had low testosterone.
I believe it was reporters for BuzzFeed. They got their testosterone tested, and they came back lower than I believe it was high school girls. I'm just speaking out of my mouth right here, speaking out of the side of my mouth. Nothing factual, just what I think I heard before. Let me look it up.
I mean, I'd like to be able to afford TRT at one point.
I got tested last year. Numbers were great, but now I'm like, it's important to check and regulate in your system because, again, it's so important. Let me look this up.
Well, I mean, you can almost self-regulate your testosterone in many ways by your diet and by exercising. You will produce more if you're in the gym. If you're sitting around, soy boying, and I hate saying that, but you're eating vegan meals and you're not exercising, you might not have that much testosterone. You're going to take a hit. I'm not saying all vegans take hits on testosterone. There's plenty of vegan bodybuilders out there. They supplement. I get it. And older people, look, Stallone looking the way he does, I believe he's 67 years old, probably wasn't possible 30, 40 years ago because TRT and other, HGH type drugs, human growth hormone, they weren't available even to the very wealthy. And now they certainly are.
Yeah, the BuzzFeed writers, by the way, have alarmingly dangerous low levels of testosterone. 75% of them in, what was it? What were the numbers? I believe the numbers I had were, what was it? 800 or 900? I forgot the exact numbers I had, but they had 363, 259, 212, 252. I got to look at my numbers specifically, but I think they were more than that. I don't know. I'm going to have to look back into those specific numbers, but they're important to check out, as a man, as your livelihood, not only for, the whole like tough guy aspect. No. This is an incredibly important chemical that allows for not just sexual function, but mental function, physical function, all of the function, fat distribution, bone density, red blood cell production. It is your key hormone for life, and it's being eviscerated away from us, which could explain why there's so much increasing of health problems amongst young people, especially mental problems. That's one aspect. Of course, we're being hypothetical here. That's our assessment. Other than that assessment, I don't know if I have anything else to say. Jason, what about you? And do you want to close it off here?
No, that's about it I got on this story. Folks, we're doing 4 videos a day across 2 different platforms. We Are Change and Pulse Change, soon to be News for a Change. Make sure you're subscribed to both. Ring in those notification bells so you can actually find out when we put these videos out. Sharing them on social media, sharing them on the Reddit, on the Vote, on the Discord, all the social platforms out there. But most importantly, getting out there and being the change you want to see in the world.